What is the crack, everybody? My name is Jagged Potato, and that's a bit loud. Okay. And today, I have to start off by saying sorry. I kind of promised I would have some interesting tournament thing going on, just due to work this week. You should be glad you're even listening to me talk, because I've been completely snowed under by work for the last week with deadlines and whatnot. I'm a university student in final year, you have to remember this, so sometimes there might not be videos, but just in case you're wondering where I am, I'm kinda just working away hard. Hopefully next week I've got a little bit more spare time, so we hopefully should get that done, the tournament that is done next week. But in the meantime, here is the Battlefield 4 beta footage that I promised. It's only at 21, 22 and 11. It's 2-to-1 ratio, but in Battlefield that's really good, regardless of what way you're doing it, because, especially in that Battlefield beta with people standing above you, shooting down on you. And Battlefield is just one of them games where you have to watch like completely around you all the time, because there's just people everywhere. It's mad. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is, it kind of stems from a conversation I was having with my housemates, and we were talking about, what are we going to get? Are we going to get the Xbox One? Are we going to get the PS4? Is PC better than Mac? Is Linux better than PC? And things like that. And one of my friends made the comment saying that it's going to come to an end someday. And we were like, what do you mean? What's going to come to an end? Us? Well, that's kind of obvious. And he's just like, no, like gaming for us is just going to come to an end someday. And that kind of got me thinking, it's like, holy dung, he's right. Someday I'm going to have to stop this whole malarkey. And that really just kind of got me thinking on, how did I start gaming? What made me so kind of, I don't want to say addicted, but so fascinated with playing online and playing the story player and whatnot. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to tell you my backstory with gaming and what gaming has really helped me become, and what influences have affected what games that I buy and what games that I play. And so with that, I'm going to start off at the very beginning, the very first console that we ever got, and that was the Sega Mega Drive, or I can't even remember what it's called over in America. I'm not even going to try remembering, but over here it was called the Sega Mega Drive. And that console for me and my brother was just fantastic. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, we played all the time, me and him. I was always Tails, I was the player 2 character, and we always had to pick which controller was best, and we had little markings on it to show which controller was mine and which one was Andrew's. That's really what started everything off for me, playing the Sega Mega Drive, and playing with my brother all the time, and playing with our cousins, playing things like Sonic the Hedgehog, Streets of Rage, Shinobi, Golden Axe. We even played Mortal Kombat a bit, yeah. A bunch of, 7-year-olds were playing Mortal Kombat. That was a really fun game. We even played Street Fighter and all them really old classic games. And that's really what started off. And eventually we then moved on to the PlayStation 1. Was it PlayStation 1? No, we moved on to the Game Boy. We got the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. I think it's even still lying about my house somewhere. And we both got one for Christmas. I got Pokemon Red and my brother got Pokemon Blue. I want to say Pokemon Blue. Yeah, he got Blue. Pokemon really was one of them really old games that I just played the absolute dung out of. Played that game so much. And then we got the original Mario on the Game Boy, and that was a fantastic game as well. Just even remember the whole World 1-1 theme song. It's just imprinted in my brain. Eventually got Zelda, A Link to the Past, I think it is. No, Link's Awakening, that's it. Zelda Link's Awakening, with the giant mountain in the middle with the bird, and you have to get all the music pieces and things like that. And I think that game really kicked off my love for like exploring in a game, and a game with like, you have to go find it and you're constantly thinking and you're constantly exploring. And I think that's kind of what kicked off that genre of gaming for me, like the whole exploring, the whole platforming sort of element behind it. And so did Pokemon. Pokemon was one of them games you had to explore and find all the Pokemon, and then RPG elements. And I think that's kind of looped on to my older life, where I enjoy the RPG games with a better story now. Then we eventually got the PlayStation 1. That console, we didn't really ever get many games for that console. I bought a couple. I got Mega Man Legends was one of the ones I bought in that console, and that was a fantastic game. I loved that game. Two of the most rare games on the PlayStation 1's Mega Man Legends 1 and 2, and I played them both, and eventually I got rid of them. We sent them off to Africa with a bunch of stuff, including including the old Game Boy, so I don't have it lying about somewhere. And we sent that off to Africa, and eventually I hunted them down again, and I played through them every now and again. But for the rest of it, they were mainly just demo games off magazines and stuff like that we got, and we played the absolute dung out of those too. I remember playing SmackDown versus Raw, or WWE SmackDown, and just, you only had 4 characters, and you can only do one match at a time. But that was so fun. Me and my brother and my cousins again, and even friends down the caravan site, we played the absolute dung out of that game. Just 4 characters. It was The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, and The Undertaker, I think. And we just had so much fun. And these demo games, they had nothing. They weren't full games. They were just 1 level or 2. And they were the best crack ever. Another one of that was Toy Story 2, when it first came out. And that game was brilliant. 1 level. But we just made it last so long. We could get every battery, every sheep, every collectible in that level so easily. We had it all memorized just from playing the demo. And we were so happy with that. And then we moved on to the PlayStation 2 and the Game Boy Color. The Game Boy Color was just a step up for the Game Boy, really. Got a couple of other games in that as well. Rayman, Wario World 3. That was a brilliant game. I loved that game. And then Pokemon Silver and Gold. Oh, I love Pokemon Silver. It was a fantastic game. I spent so much time just roaming about. I think I actually got every Pokemon in that game. I think I have a complete Pokedex somewhere. And then I used cheat codes to get Celebi. Oh dear. Then the PlayStation 2, that's kind of what kicked off my whole gaming enthusiasm. First 2 games that I got in the PlayStation 2 were Ratchet & Clank and Kingdom Hearts. And Kingdom Hearts, I played that for the first couple of months, and then I got stuck at a boss, and then I got fed up with it, so I threw it away for a while. And Ratchet & Clank, I played the dung out of that game. It's becoming a bit of a theme throughout this entire video, just playing the dung out of a game. Played every Ratchet & Clank game that ever came out on the PlayStation 2. Played Sly Cooper, them games. Just anything with exploration and collectibles seemed to be my favourite type of game. Played Jak and Daxter, played every one of those as well. Just pretty much the Sony 3, so Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper and Ratchet & Clank. Played every one of them. And then I kind of started broadening it out a bit because I was getting older, so my tastes were changing. So I played the original Killzone. That was a great game. And then there was Black, which is a fantastic game. If you've never played Black and you say you're a first-person shooter fan, there's something badly wrong with you. I would advise you to go find that game either on the PlayStation 2. It's on the Xbox Live Marketplace, but Black is a fantastic shooter. If you say that you like first-person shooters and you've never played Black, then you're not a first-person shooter fan. Just saying that. And with the Xbox 360, I kind of got into like the whole competitive gaming, because that's when online gaming really kicked off for a lot of people. The whole thing behind the Xbox 360 was this multiplayer focus, so eventually I was going to get into it. First game I got in the Xbox 360 was Gears of War, so that kicked off the whole online gaming thing. Got so into that game, and I got so into the multiplayer. And I was actually really good. I wasn't completely high ranked. I never played the ranked battles because I always thought they were just like camp fests of people hiding around corners. The public matches were far better. And then the glitching and all started to happen, so I got into the glitching and got into all that. And then after that, I think it was Call of Duty 4 was the next one, and that really got me into the competitive scene. I was in clans, I was in game battles, I was doing all that type of stuff, and I played so much time in Call of Duty 4, spent so much time. I think, I've said this before, but I think there was about 24 days of time spent on Call of Duty 4, and that's a lot. Some people might not say it is, but that is a lot. That's like a month of my life spent on that damn game. Probably never going to get that back. On the Xbox is where I met most of the people that I know now. I had great times with my friends on the Xbox 360. Me and my friends, we done LAN parties, link-ups we called them, and we had great time. We were playing Halo 2, Call of Duty 4, Gears of War, and we were playing these games all through the night. And those are the type of experiences I actually find the most enjoyable, not sitting on in your room by yourself. Yes, it was fun to sit in your room talking to your friends on the other end of a mic, but when you're sitting in the same room as your friends and you get a snipe on somebody or someone snipes you, and it's the shouting match that you have with those people, it's like friendly shouting. It's like, oh, you got owned, sit there and shut your face, and you're just sitting and you're wanting to get that guy back, and when you do and you see his reaction, that's what gaming really became for me. I enjoy those link-ups so much, and every time I hear of one coming up, even if it's just 4 people sitting in a room all night, it's just so much fun. 2 quick stories from the link-ups actually. We were playing the original Gears of War co-op, and we were playing the Berserker level. One of my friends didn't realise the Berserker was coming up, and just as the Berserker bust through the wall, I reached under the table and grabbed his foot, and he flipped out. He kind of threw the controller out of his hand and jumped up. Another story was we were playing Halo, and we were playing a sniping match in Halo, just a free-for-all. And one of my friends shouted at the other, "Clive, stop!" And the boy, he wasn't a great gamer. He was just there for the crack. And he was like, What's wrong? And he just sniped him clean through the head across the map. And the shouting match after that was amazing. It's just memories like those that make them link-ups like the best, really. You can't emulate those sort of things over Xbox Live or over a microphone. As I said, even if it's 4 people sitting in a room playing online, playing Call of Duty with 4 people in the same team, you're just talking to each other, and that's so much more fun than sitting in a party or anything like that. That is what a true gaming experience is really about. And then as of lately, I've been starting to get into PC gaming. I got the Humble Bundle, and I've been playing Battlefield 3 online. I've been playing Medal of Honor online. But the PC gaming's always been kind of there for me. I played the original Max Payne, Theme Hospital. I think every person worth their PC salt has played Theme Hospital at some point in their life. I played 12 hours of World of Warcraft and I gave up because I hated that game. I could just see it becoming like a burden in my life. A guy I know failed his exams, his GCSE exams, which is a pretty big deal in the UK. GCSEs are the ones that kind of affect you for the rest of your life along with A-levels. And he failed his GCSEs because of World of Warcraft, so I'm kind of glad that I didn't really play it that much. But gaming was also the reason why I actually failed my A-levels. I spent so much time playing games instead of studying and doing my work that I kind of failed my A-levels, and I barely got into university because of that. But also on the plus side of that, if I did get into university at the time that I did, then I wouldn't have met the people that I know. I wouldn't have the experience that I had. I wouldn't have met my girlfriend. I wouldn't have had pretty much anything that I have now. And in a strange way, it is all because of gaming. It's all really just led up to these different points in my life. And as I think about the past, I'm kind of thinking about the future. And I don't entirely know what way I'm going to go. The PlayStation 4 and the Xbox are pretty much identical systems, bar just the name and the games coming out on them. Regardless of what you say, there was an article recently on IGN about the creator of Resident Evil saying that the consoles are exactly the same now. Since the system specs have been posted, Microsoft has changed everything now, so the 2 consoles are exactly the same. So all you're really now thinking about is which one is your friends going to buy, or what way are you thinking of going. I know personally, I've been kind of thinking that I don't even think that I'll get the next one. I don't even know if I'll get the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 for a very long time. At least not until either Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy comes out. They're both coming out in the Xbox One. Like, Titanfall isn't exciting me. There's nothing really on the consoles yet that's getting me wanting to buy them. But on the other hand, on the Xbox, there's games that I haven't played yet that I see so much interest in. Things like Fable and Vanquish and Metro, the Metro games. All those games are really cheap now, and they're only going to get cheaper, so now is the best time to play them. I don't really know what way I'm going to go. I don't know what the future of my gaming life will be. I don't know whether I'll be playing it, in a year's time. I don't know whether I'll be playing it with children. I would hope I would be playing with children. I suppose there is always that aspect coming up. But I don't know how long this YouTube career is going to last. I hope it lasts a very long time because of the people I met and the experiences that it's giving me. Hopefully someday I'll be some super major YouTuber and I'll be invited to some American faith mission or something like that there. That'd be class. If anyone's doing that, invite me. As long as you give me somewhere to stay, I'll get a flight. I promise. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that little retrospective of my gaming life. My name is Jack Potato, everyone. I am a Christian gamer, and I will see you all next time.